what are you doing over here? What are you doing? What are you doing? I need to start my day. I gotta change the oil on the Kia. I'm not gonna video that. Then I got my oil cooler O-rings for the Audi. I have oil to put in it, and we can do some other things. I don't have all the parts I need for the car. I haven't ordered them all because I have too much money going out and none coming in. So I have to wait to order parts. So, and I'm having ECS Tuning has very high quality, good parts. And I'm happy that I'm getting to work with them. But for my channel, as you guys know, I stay on a budget with everything. And for the high quality parts that they have, even at cost, are still very expensive. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go that route for a lot of stuff. But for some things, it is better. So I'm trying to stay in contact with them, and it's just, I don't know if they're busy or what. It's just hard for me to keep in contact with them right now for parts and stuff. Some stuff that I need to order. And I just don't have the stuff right now, and I haven't ordered it. And some of the parts that I ordered are coming from China, so they probably are going to come over here piggyback with the coronavirus. And it says they're not due here until mid-April. Yeah. Also, the parts for the Scion are still not painted yet, so that's on hold. Once they're painted, that thing is done, besides figuring out my AC issue. The mess over here. The plugs definitely needed change. They looked original. All the gaskets, they all needed replaced. So, right here are the new oil cooler O-rings. There's 2 of them there. And it is behind the alternator. But right now, I'm going to go out here, service the Kia, come in here, clean up some of this mess. Also got a new belt for this. Oh, okay, it's up there. Got a new belt and everything else. We're going to get this all cleaned up around here so we have more room to work. Get this up on the lift so we can get that cooler out when I come back. Okay, so I've already, cleaned up this area and bolted this back tight. I took the tensioner off, which was very easy right there. There's 2 bolts in it. Loosen those up, comes right off. And then I took this idler pulley right here, which was a little overcomplicated. Take that bolt out, and then there's a backing plate underneath it, and there's 2 more bolts in the backing plate, and then it comes off. And I took this tube off, that bolt out. I got that bolt out. That one I can't get at yet. Took the 2 bolts out of the alternator, and now I got to see what's going on in here, how to get this loose. It's very tight spaces. You got the oil pan right underneath it, so I don't know. It should fit out through here, but yeah, tight spaces. So as you can see by all of this nastiness right here in this area, and if you look up, it's clean above it. So this is definitely our leak. Those O-rings are completely smashed flat. We're gonna clean this area up so it's spotless, well, or almost spotless. Oh, don't forget that. It's a spacer right there. Ooh. But yes, this is a pain. This would be horrible if the front end was on, but right now, it's really not all that bad. So it's well worth doing it right now. The seals together were like 10 bucks, so like, why not? Alright, so we got it in. It's fairly easy, a little hard to get to those bolts, but I mean, with the right extensions and sockets and stuff, you can get in there. And it all goes back together the same way you took it apart. So now the bracket has to go in, which is, you know, kind of a pain. It's all tight in here because of the frame rail being right here, but you know, it is what it is. You got to get it done. So I'm gonna throw the bracket back in, and there's a little bracket down there. It needs to go on. Then the alternator goes in, and then I think we can throw the core support on. Then that's what I think. Alright, so with all that together, I'm going to come over to this, and everything that is on the old core support, I'm going to transfer over to the new one. Clips, screws, everything you can think of, because, see, the new one has nothing. Every one of these, you know, mounting clips, all of this stuff's got to be transferred over, so I'm going to do that off camera real quick. That's going to take just a little bit of time to get them all over, and then we'll get it up on the car. Okay, so got the power steering cooler on. Just kind of bolted this up. I might hang the fans and plug them in, just so to keep some of the fault lights down. But at this point, it's like I don't have the radiator, so I can't really go too much further. I need to get clamps for the power steering cooler because it had the crimped ones. I need to get regular conventional ones, and I'm losing fluid right now, so I need to go get them quick. I got everything fitted up that I can till I get a radiator. I can still run it for a little bit, but I'm not going to run it just a second yet. I honestly do not know how much oil is in this engine because I can't get the electronic dipstick to work. And the dipstick that I ordered is one of the orders coming from China that I'm not going to have until mid-April. And next weekend I'm going to Ohio, which till you watch this will probably be the previous, so I already have been to Ohio and back, but anyways, maybe some of the parts will come in till I get back, I don't know, but I want to go ahead and change the oil and filter right now since I have it, so I'll know how much oil is in this engine. I think it's 9.5 quarts I got to put in this. It's a big old jug right there, so it's going to get most of that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this up and service. Now while this continues to drain, I'm going to do what everybody wants me to do and what I want to do, and we're going to take the mufflers off because something else is going to be going on there eventually. But as for right now, why not run straight pipes? It's not like I'm running on the road, so we can hear the glorious horses that this thing's outputting.
Okay.
let me show you something nice. Okay, so this is what came up for me is the equivalent of the oil filter. This is the second one I went and got. This is what comes out of it. Not even close. So, unfortunately, now I have to go search and see if I can find this somewhere in the area. At least I know what it looks like now. Because I really want to start this up on this video. So, fast forward like 3 or 4 hours later. Well, I found it. It's 45 minutes from me. Of course, none of my local stores carry it, so 45-minute drive to go get this, but I ordered it, so let's get to This is gonna no doubt sound different because the exhaust is off, but I want to start it. I want to know what it's gonna sound like. I mean, obviously there'll be an exhaust on it. Also want to check for leaks, so we're gonna start her up. Got to prime the fuel. Alright, now that we ran it, I need to put it up in the air, check it over, make sure we don't have oil running out everywhere, make sure our fuel lines, there's no leaks. They all looked to be good. I don't see any leaks anywhere, and that's good. So, yeah, you don't want to run it too long, no coolant, so it kind of limits you too anyways. Okay, so there's still some wet oil here, because I did not clean that off. That's my fault, but what we're gonna look for is after so long, if it starts dripping, which I need to clean this mess up before you know, we'll see, make sure it's not dripping. But yeah, now I at least know how much oil is in it. I almost put that whole thing in there. That's like 2.5 gallons, and it should take 2.35, so there's a little bit left in there. But yeah, it runs. So I mean, all in all, it's a pretty successful day. It hasn't dripped off yet, so all of those leaks that were really bad, I'm guessing are good, because this has been 15-20 minutes now since I ran it, and it's clean underneath. So I'm pretty confident that this thing will be good to hit the road once get it all back together and stuff now. So we won't get to get a true run of it until I do get a radiator. Obviously, that's what I need to order next. It sucks that I don't have it now, but this is what I got to work with. I've been spending lots of. I already spent, well, with tires and everything and stuff for other cars, but I've already spent the same amount that what I spent to buy this. So I've already doubled what I have in it already, and don't have all the parts to show for it. But that's going to be the end of this episode. So if you like this video, smash that like button. If you dislike this video, I'm just going to assume you're not a car person and you came to the wrong video. So go ahead and hit that thumbs down. So if you haven't yet, check out my merch, consider subscribing, and we'll see you on the next episode of Unwrapped.